Hello YouTube. So we're here with the Scion with the 2.4. It's 2006 Scion with the 2.4. We're gonna get right to business. I'm gonna replace the PCV valve. Honestly, I'm hoping it's junk or like clogged or something, because that would be kind of cool. That like a maintenance item like I felt worked. But basically, you take this cover off like I did. There's actually two bolts. I was missing one. We're not gonna talk about that. And then I have the strut tower brace, but you shouldn't have that. And then on these 2.4s, it is right here. So that right there is a 22 millimeter. So I have a 22 millimeter wrench. You could get a deep socket on it. I can't unless I have those extending, pivoting like arms, like the heads. But I'm not gonna bore you with taking it off. But basically, you unclamp this, you take that hose off, and then you unscrew that right down there. This thing right here, right? So I'm gonna get right to business, and I'll check back in like a minute. Okay, and just like that, I got it off. Wasn't really an issue. I did notice the tube right here. There's a little crack in it, but it should still hold. Now, here on the PC valve. So this is a new one. So I hope you can hear this. I don't know which mic records the audio on my phone, my iPhone, but see how that like jingle jangles? That's super loose. This one still jingles, but barely. It feels, I mean, like, okay, so I'll let you guys take a look at it. Let's see how close. Focus. Okay, let me fuck with the focus, hold on. So it's covered in gunk. Come on. Come on, iPhone camera. This is a 14 Pro. There we go. See how much gunk is in there? Ugh. Actually, let's get that in focus. Let's put the new one next to the old one. Oh God, we're gonna be taking a photo right now for our, what is it called? Boom. Like the video, like photo. But basically, this one is gunked up. It's full of crud. And it doesn't like sound right. It's still rattling, but like it's not making a lot of noise. Like it's barely. It feels like it's weighted down. Like there's like sticky basically. So we got the new one in, so we're gonna install the new one. Hopefully like this one goes so much looser. Hopefully it allows it to breathe better, but I'm gonna show you guys. Just take the new one, thread it in. It should already come with the engine's hot. Should already come with thread stuff, Loctite basically, or anti-seize or whatever. I think it's Loctite. And then you just take a 22 and you put her in. So I'm gonna put her in. Okay, we're back. So I have when I pulled this, I thought I had a small crack. Let's get that in focus. Okay, hold on. See that small crack right there in the tube? I was like, oh, that's not a big deal. But actually, it's completely, once you pull the foreskin back, it's completely cracked through. So we're just gonna like hope this holds. It's not that big of a deal. I mean, it's loose, but that one shouldn't be a big deal either to get this one down. Yeah, that shouldn't be a big deal. I'm gonna head over to the auto parts store and see if I can snag some more tubing and try to do the tube. But yeah, small stuff you run into, just be wary, be cautious, expect it. You know, this is a 14 plus 2 is 16-year-old car. It's expected. It's not the end of the world, honestly. But now that we have a new PCV valve, I don't think it's a big deal that thing's busted, but like for now, for driving purposes, I don't think it's a big deal. But you're gonna want to replace it. You don't want to leave it like that. So we're gonna go over to the auto parts store, and hopefully they have tube or a tube. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta be a fucking genius. Hold on. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna take the old PCV valve with me, so when they show me a tube, I can slide the tube over this to make sure it's the right size. I probably need, like, I'd probably grab like 10 inches from them. I don't want to get my suede seats dirty. But yeah, this is what happens when you have an older car. Shit like this happens. It's not that the world. It's not a big deal. You just do what? You make do. Oh shit. You're gonna want that. Oh, good motherfuck. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It'll stay there. Nice, nice. Oh yes. Let's hear a little startup for you guys. Oh, chupapi mañana. Oh, hold on. I like how it doesn't, when I put it in 4K, it doesn't let me zoom out to 1 point, or to 0.5. It always like sounds like it takes like a few like rotations to start. But yeah, I'm gonna go head over to the auto parts store and grab some new tubing. I will see you guys soon, because I want to finish off the video showing you guys what to do for the tube. Okay, so we're back. That was the hardest part out of all this, is getting the new hose on. It is 3/8, 3/4. I think it's 3/8 inch. I burned the crap. I burned the crap out of my hand. Don't do this when the engine's hot. Learn it from me. I didn't think about this, but yeah, the engine's hot. So this is the old hose. It's brittle. It's actually cracked. It's not even pliable anymore. Like, I'm squeezing it right now as hard as I can. It's not even pliable anymore, so that's junk. I hope there's an arm somewhere. I don't see one, but anyway. What I did to make it easier was, and I have this bar in the way. This bar did not help at all. You could probably burn yourself less if the bar wasn't in the way, but this is all hot. So first of all, once I got the hose off, I was able to pull that sheath out of, or off of this, but I couldn't get the new like rubber back in. Same size, same thickness, is just dry on dry. Without lube it doesn't work. So I cut it straight down the middle, which worked out in my favor because I ended up resting it right here where it's boiling hot, and I used because I stuck my hand down here to get to it, so it helped with burning my hand. But you know, still a little burn. Anyway, that bottom one was a bitch to get on. The top one slid on easily, and what's funny is that the bottom one is already like coated in oil, and I dipped the tube in oil, and it still was a pain in the ass. It's actually technically only half on. It's only about half on, but like, you know what, we're gonna hope for the best. It seems like it's gonna stay. I gave it a good pull. It's not coming off, so we're gonna leave it there. That one slid on in 2 seconds, which was funny. So where's the key? Is the key in my, yes, there's the key. Another startup, guys, another startup. God damn it. What did I do now? One of the vacuum lines is leaking. I'll be back. Okay, we're back again, right? So the nice thing about being like an amateur mechanic is you learn, right? So for whatever reason, I thought about, like, you know when they say, sir, did you take your battery out and put it back in, or did you unplug the device? Well, when I took the battery terminal off, I'm like, maybe it needs like a reset procedure or something like that. Now watch this. That's all I did. All I did was, unplug the battery. It should start and stutter. There we go. Oh, that's new. Wait, no, hold on. It did it like 3 times before. What the fuck? God damn it. We're almost there. And of course, my luck starts raining, but Yo, wait, what? I didn't do anything since the last time it started. Oh man, what did I do now? Okay, we're still learning. It started like 3 times before. I don't want to keep like trying to flood it. It started like 3 times before. Hold on. Okay, I'll try it again. Wait, bro, I'm so confused. Hold on, okay. So, we're back in the Scion, and as you can see, we're driving. She drives great. She's back to normal. So you're probably wondering what happened. And honestly, I don't know. My phone died, so I didn't get it. But basically, I waited 10 minutes inside the car. Came back, or unplugged the battery, waited 10 minutes inside the car. 10 minutes later, I walked out, plugged the battery back in, and it started. Yeah, I don't know. Like, there's no electronics connected to the tube and the PCV valve. I didn't run the car when like the PCV valve was unplugged or when the hose was unplugged. Didn't try to start it, so I don't know what it did. Maybe there's like pressure, and like even if it's like off, the computer can tell if there's pressure or something. I don't know, but it started. It's running fine. It's running great, honestly. And I don't know. The funny thing is that, like, you watch these YouTubers like Sam Crack and these are guys I love, so don't get me wrong. Sam Crack, Legit Street Cars, the guy from Italian guy from like Illinois area, I think. Watch JR go. That man somehow gets every part he ever needs off of a car in like 10 seconds. Like, he's always smiling, and he's not fighting and burning his arms and like suffering like I am. Maybe he's off camera, but I don't know. Also, this Faith Community Bible Church is probably a crack house. I'm just throwing that out there. I was told that the brown building on this intersection is a crack house. But anyway, so we're actually heading to my Altima, which is in a parking garage right now. Auto auction rebuilds, you know, that man struggles. That man, you hear him cuss. The other day I was watching a video where he was working on a glorious Mercury Cougar with a V8, and the thing almost killed him, right? So, oh fuck, the windows need to do the relearn process, right? So much respect for that guy. Well, for all of them, honestly. But like, especially him, because I see him suffer. I see him cut his arms and scream in pain. So it's nice. I can't put it in my mouth. No, like I normally do. Wow, that sounded sus. Anyway, so I don't know. Like, I struggled. It should have been a 7-minute job at most, and it wasted about an hour and a half of my time at least. I thought it didn't like the new hose. The new hose was a little bit longer. I'm like, maybe it needs some specific like pressure, and the new hose is too long. I thought maybe if I dipped it in oil, or then when I dipped the tube in oil, even though I shook it out as much as I could, I just needed to get it coated. Maybe it sucked in oil. I don't know. I don't know. But you know, it's running. It's running good. I'm gonna get to the top of the parking garage and cut the power and start it up to show you guys that she starts up fine after this. I don't. Like, this is just mechanic, like, this is car stuff, you know what I mean? Like, this happens. Things don't go your way. You know, you expect things to work, and they don't. And that's okay. You know, it happens to literally everybody. So, like, for the people that, like, this isn't discouraging at all. It's frustrating, but it's not discouraging. You know, it makes you learn more. I've never done a PCV valve before. I decided to take on a PCV valve, especially these 2.4s are easy. The old one was pretty gunked up and corroded. Ooh, the Broncos like to park up here, the little Bronco Sports. Hit exhaust. There's my Altima. Hi, buddy. There was a car parked up here the other day, a minivan that didn't what's it called? Had its door open. Okay, so first of all, let's give you guys a sound clip of the exhaust. If you hear this, like the whistle, that's from the air intake. Okay, now we're gonna It's idling fine. It runs fine. Cut the engine. Key back in ignition. She runs perfect. So I don't know what to tell you guys. Let's do a cold start on the Altima. It's been parked here for a while.